My apologies that I'm still on a low resolution iPhone camera, but I wanted to give a little update of the situation with the hives in my yard. This is the first swarm I captured. I'm not going to go inside it because it's a little breezy. You can see the trees blowing around and it gusts up a little bit every now and then. But plenty of great activity going on here. And a couple days ago I put in a frame full of honey for these bees to give them a jump start. And they're doing fabulously. I will go in and inspect on this weekend to see if the queen has started to lay any eggs. So let's go over to the main hive. As you can see, there's an abundance of flowers. So there's plenty of nectar and pollen for my bees. So this is the main hive, and for the colony, and then I'll put the queen excluder on top of that and more mediums on top of that for possible. So to finish up what I was saying, there is possible harvesting of honey from the bees. So this hive right here is showing the least amount of activity, but I've been inside it today and I gave them some sugar water solution. It's 1-to-1, so I use 4 pounds of sugar to 1 gallon of water, and they should have plenty of nectar to keep them going. When I was in here, I did not see a queen, but I did see a lot of drones, and I saw that one of the 2 or 3, I believe it's 3, queen cells had hatched. So she may be out right now on a flight to mate, or something else may have happened with her. There is still 2 queen cells in this hive, and by giving them 1 full frame of honey and a half a gallon or more of sugar water, they should be pretty well set once she does go out on her mating flight and comes back and starts laying eggs. So we'll check in again on this one as well this weekend. This hive is going to move a couple blocks away to my friend Marshall's house. He's the one that was operating the camera on Sunday. And now let's go to the last one. So the last one, when I captured the swarm, I put it in this nuke box that I had. Now I've just got this nuke box sitting here. There's a little bit of leftover honey that I harvested last year. And then there's a medium frame here. Let me just move this honey up onto the top of this. And there's a medium frame here, and it looks like at this point in time, they've pretty much stripped all the honey that was in this medium frame. But I'll leave it here for them to harvest wax from it, and maybe this will eventually go back into this hive. You can see right there is a bee with some pollen on it. There's another one going in with pollen. So this was the second swarm. I saw the queen when I went in there. I did the same thing. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and move this tray of honey back over. And I'm just going to lift this lid, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time in here. I'm not going to try to show you the queen, but I will say that I did see the queen. I did not see any eggs being laid yet. And to be honest, once I saw her, I stopped my inspection. I saw her in there, she's healthy, and then all I did, and I'm showing you what I did as well as what I did to Marshall's hive, I added this feeder. And this feeder just has 1-to-1 sugar to water in it. So you can see there's a lot of good stuff going on in here. This is a temporary hive. It's better than the nuke hive, the nuke box that I had there. But it doesn't have a proper top board or bottom board. This top board is actually just an experiment. You're probably wondering why there's mason lid jars caps on it with holes drilled in it. The idea behind this is to take a mason jar, put a piece of beeswax in it, just a thin starter frame of beeswax, and let the bees come up and actually make honeycomb in a jar. And then when you harvest honey, you take these jars off and pour honey into it, and so it actually has a comb of honey in the center of a bunch of honey. So I may do this year. I tried before and it was unsuccessful because it was too hot, and the starter piece of honeycomb I put in there just melted and didn't work out too well. Plus these holes need to be bigger, so I'm going to drill them. Right now I'm just using it as a temporary lid, and as you can see I just have a piece of plywood on the bottom with some 1-bys on it for a temporary bottom board. It's going to work until I can go out and spend the money on buying a new hive. So this will be my 3rd hive. Hope you enjoyed this little video. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and be safe.